Namaste. Welcome to all of you on behalf of Embassy of India in the online yoga sessions in the run-up to International Day of Yoga 2020 based on the theme Ghar Ghar Se Yoga, Yoga from Home. Dzień dobry, zapraszam na yoga za My name is Kirti Gehlawat. I am the Yoga Indian Culture teacher at Embassy of India in Warsaw, appointed by Indian Council for Cultural Relations, ICCR. Once again, I welcome you all from the bottom of my heart. We are really grateful that all of you are attending our classes so religiously. So I request everyone to share this YouTube live on your Facebook timelines so that more and more people can get benefit of this special yoga series, online yoga sessions. Let us wait for a few minutes. Meanwhile, you can get comfortable in your place. Make sure you are sitting in a ventilated place. You are wearing proper, comfortable clothes for the yoga practice. Please share it with your friends on WhatsApp, on Facebook, and other social media handles, wherever you can, because I want, on behalf of Embassy of India, that more and more people should get benefit in the special coronavirus affected time, this year, pandemic year. So in the run-up to International Day of Yoga, we will be coming with the weekly yoga challenges in which you have to perform a specific asana and send us to the email ID provided on our Facebook in the posters. And also there is a quiz contest in which you have to give the answers of the 10 questions. The winners every week will receive yoga goodies, and also they will get featured on our Facebook page, on the Embassy's Facebook page with their name and their photos. So encourage everyone to participate and spread the goodness of yoga. So I'll be teaching every day a new yoga module, a new yoga sequence related to a specific ailment, disorder, lifestyle disorder, or for your general overall health and well-being. So regularity is really important if you really want to get the benefits of yoga. As it is being said, prevention is better than cure, and yoga is one of the must practices one must practice in their lifetime to stay healthy. So we encourage everyone to practice yoga every day. We will be there with you, online, offline, providing yoga on behalf of Embassy of India. So please feel free to contact us regarding the yoga classes. So we were providing yoga group classes earlier before the lockdown, and once this lockdown started, we were providing yoga classes, online yoga classes on the Zoom platform. So in the run up to International Yoga Day, we have decided to come up with the live yoga sessions now on YouTube and Facebook and other social media platforms, so that we can have a direct connectivity. So don't worry if some of you are not able to join the live yoga sessions. You can anytime watch the YouTube video. You can practice it in the morning or whenever you find some free time to practice yoga. So today's topic is yoga for digestion. So I will be teaching you few yoga techniques, very effective yoga asanas, kriyas, pranayams, and meditation, so that you can aid your digestive system. You can learn how to improve your digestion through yoga. Scientifically talking about digestion process, whatever food we eat has to travel an average distance of 11 meter through the body. So when you eat food, it mixes up with your saliva. Then it travels down and the secretions of your pancreas, gallbladder, liver break down the food into digestive enzymes and acids. Right. So during this procedure, the nourishment is absorbed by the body, and your digestive system works pretty much that way. If you have a bad lifestyle, if you are eating wrong food, faulty food, if you are having unhygienic living, or you have this hereditary problem of weak digestive system, or it can be due to stress. Yes, stress is one of the major cause which is being overlooked, but stress really affects your digestion procedure. So I will teach you the specific yoga practices. Please do it regularly if you want to have a strong digestive system. So if you have a wrong lifestyle and your digestion is bad, what type of ailments, disorders you can suffer? Like constipation, hyperacidity, peptic ulcer, or there can be irritable bowel syndrome, or there can be this lot of gastrointestinal related problems. So it is like diarrhea. So it is really important to focus mainly on the digestive system to have proper nourishment for the body. And if you have a healthy body, your mind will function better and you will be having more productive life. So without a further ado, thank you everyone once again for joining this live yoga session. Now I will start today's yoga module for yoga for digestion. So sit erect in your positions. Join your palms into Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest. Be comfortable. As your eyes are closed, observe the flow of your breath. Just see how you are inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Each breath should be comforting you in and out. Make your mind relax. Make your body steady. Put a very gentle smile on your face without stressing your facial muscles. First and foremost, we will do chanting. Chanting to create harmony within ourselves and within the environment we are sitting in. So we will do 3 Om chantings followed by saying Shanti 3 times. Shanti means peace. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a long deep breath. Feel the vibrations of chanting. Now remembering God, Almighty, the Divine Source, let's begin today's yoga session, yoga for good digestive system. Take your hands down. First we will start practicing loosening exercises. So take a deep breath in. We will start with the neck, Griva. So head back, chin up, and keep your mouth closed. Keep breathing naturally. Feel the stretch from your neck to your chin. Exhale, press your chin down. Inhale, take your head back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can keep your eyes closed. Inhale. Now from here, begin neck rotation. Slowly loosen up by rotating your head properly. Now reverse movement. Do it reverse. Relax. Bring your head in the center. Now drop your head on your right shoulder. Hold your head with your right hand and press it more. Remain sitting straight. Take a long deep breath. Allow the stretch to deepen up in the muscles. And release. Now we will do it other side. Drop your head on your other shoulder. Press it with your same side hand. Release. Relax. Let's repeat on the first side. Normal natural breathing. Relax. On the second side, on your other shoulder, drop your head, press it with your hand. Relax. Now just close your eyes normally. Take a deep breath. Feel your neck. Feel the improved blood circulation in your neck and head. Now put your fingers gently on your shoulders. We will do shoulders movement. So bring your elbows in front and begin doing simple circular rotation with natural breathing. Reverse it. Relax. So as I said, stress is one of the major causes which is being overlooked. For good digestion, you should be always stress-free. And yoga is very good if you want to become really stress-free. If you practice yoga every day, if you master how to breathe, so you will automatically feel that your digestive system is improving day by day. So breathing, we should learn how to do. So whenever we are performing, I am going to guide you how to breathe in while going in the posture and how to exhale while coming, that is breathe out while coming out of the posture. So let us start with standing postures. We will do a few losing practicing standing position. So let's try to stand up without putting hands down. Cross your feet like this or even keep your feet straight, however you feel comfortable. Try to get up without taking support of your hands. So press your feet on the mat, stand comfortably. Now put your hands on the waist, open your feet, keeping your feet parallel to each other. Start with rotation. Rotate, feel your torso, your stomach, the middle section of your body. Make it reverse and relax. Now with inhalation, take your arms up, interlock your fingers, turn your palms upwards. Now look at your hands and hold your breath in. Nicely pull in your abdominal muscles, make your stomach one with your spine internally. Now exhale, look straight, bring your hands at the back. I will show you the side view. Interlock behind your back, pull your arms. Exhale, take your head all the way down, chin to the chest. Let your arms fall to the opposite side. Inhale, come up. Now interlock in front. Breathe in again. Look up, head back, palms out, abdomen completely in, one with the spine, and release. Exhale. Do normal breathing. Breathe in, tighten your arms. Exhale, completely push your head down, chin to the chest. Inhale, come up. Normal breathing. Interlock in front. Go all the way up, head back. Look at your hands. And relax. Now let's do it. Third time. Interlock, pull your arms, open your chest. Exhale completely. Chin to the chest. Feel the stretch in your entire body. Come up and release. Very good. Relax your legs. Hands on the waist. Look straight. Focus your mind. Now stand tall on your toes. Balance. Focus. Stay concentrated on one point with no strain on your face in your upper body. Feel your toes. Exhale down. Now, if you cannot lift your heel off the mat due to acute case of varicose vein, vertigo, and conditions, similar conditions, any kind of foot problem, keep your feet as it is. With inhale, lift your chest, stomach, and completely. So try to achieve a similar state of stretching. So I'll do it normally now. Once again on the toes. Inhale. Strongly stay on the toes. Completely squeeze your knees. Pull them up. Calf muscles nice and tightly squeeze. Strong toes. Ankles are completely stretched. Exhale. Down. We will do the third practice. Inhale, focus, stay, exhale, down, relax. Now stand comfortably, bring your arms in front, alternatively start moving your arms up and down, normal breathing. Do it a couple of times. So I'll show you the side view. Properly loosen up your arms. Don't look down or make your spine relax. Keep it completely lengthened, straight, move up and down. Feel your shoulders. Now cross your arms in front of your chest. Loosen up. Feel your chest, feel your shoulder blades. And normal breathing. Just keep moving. Relax. Now let's start with simple, effective yoga asanas for digestion. So we will do yoga postures, three yoga postures in standing position. So the asana number 1 is Kati Chakrasana. It's very good posture for your stomach as you get a complete twist churning effect in the stomach here. So it will give you a detoxification. So keep your feet parallel, not too much apart, it should be comfortable distance apart. I'll show you the front view and the side view. First the front view, inhale in front, bring your arms, and exhale, completely twist and turn. Take your arms to the opposite side without moving your feet, keeping your knees as it is. Shoulders relax and look back towards your back hand. So this is known as Kati Chakrasana. Keep holding. Mentally become aware of the turning effect coming in your abdominal region, along your chest. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, go to the other side, completely twist and turn. Focus your mind. Feel your abdomen, feel your chest, feel your back arm nicely extended. The breath is through your nose. And slowly return, come to the center. Breathing once again. Now breathe out, twist and turn, look back and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe in, neutral state, breathe out, go for the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and exhale. Relax your arms. Stand comfortably with feet together into Samasthiti. Hands along your thighs. Eyes are gently closed. Maintain a deep and slow breath flow through your nostril. Observe a certain warmthness in your body and your breath. Your heartbeat is gradually increasing. Now move on to the second posture, Tarikhya Chakrasana. That is, in layman's language, the side bending position. Interlock your fingers, breathe in. First, stand tall by turning your palm upwards. Now, as you exhale, keeping your feet together, bend as much as you can so that you can get contraction in the lateral muscles, contraction in the torso. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, stretch all the way up. Exhale, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, exhale. So that was Tarikhya Chakrasana. So before we do the second round of this practice, I just want to correct a few mistakes what I have observed in my group classes here in the embassy. So first and foremost, some people, what they do is when they perform, they take hips completely to the one side and they very lightly bend, and the bend is mainly coming on the side of the chest, not along the waist. So make sure when you bend, you are keeping your lower body like till your buttocks in straight position, and from the side, that is the lateral muscles, you should get stretch and contraction there, and you should bend from side of your abdomen, right? So don't move your hips in or out, keep them in the center and bend from the side of your abdomen, that is your lateral muscles, that is the side of your torso. Inhale, let's do the second practice. Interlock and then bend from the abdomen sideways. 2, 3, 4. Keep your arms nicely stretched. Get in touch mentally with that wonderful stretch going on the side of your torso. Now inhale, come to the center, pull up with breathe in, breathe out, other side. So the motive here is to make you learn each asana in a correct manner. So please stay regular. Every day you will learn some new tips and new ways of performing asana which you have never observed before. Moving on the third posture, open your feet now more. Keeping your feet parallel, we will do Parisiddha Paduttanasana. So basically, your hands will go down under your face, shoulder width apart. Look straight, and then as you will exhale, one by one, try to put your elbows down and take your head in. Those who find this position too challenging, they can stay on their hands. Otherwise, I recommend everyone should try to go as deep as possible so that the blood circulation goes towards the head, your pelvis is contracted, and your abdomen is getting a vacuum-like sensation. So let's hold it 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and return. Come back. Now, if that is also challenging, what you can do, just imagine, I don't have a chair right now. There is a chair, hold the chair, the seat of the chair, and bend. Bend and keep your head down. So the main aim is to create a hollow-like sensation in the abdomen to massage the abdominal glands in order to aid the digestive system. The fourth standing posture in this series of asanas for today's class, Yoga for Digestion, is Utthita Parshva Konasana. In English, it is known as side angle standing position. So stand on one of the edge of your mat and then with your right leg, I suppose your left foot is out, or if it's in, no worries, you can just lift the inner foot and step out with it as wide as you can. Now keep your hands for support on the waist. Turn your right foot out. Make sure your both feet are placed in a 90-degree angle. That's the alignment for your feet. Now bend your right leg and you can adjust because I want you to achieve a 90-degree angle with your right leg. So it should be a 90-degree angle with the right leg. Now inhale, open your arms. Once again, it will tackle your abdomen region. So Utthita Parshva Konasana, take your hand down and then take your other arm all the way up, lengthen it. Lengthen it from your heel to your hand. You should be able to trace a diagonal line and get the twist in your hips, opening in the chest, and there is a beautiful contraction going on in the inner side of your waist. That is your lateral muscles. Stay here. Very good. Make sure your head is lifted. You are not hanging your head. Keep it touch with your arm. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Now we will perform to the other side. So, dear friends, please share this live YouTube streaming videos on your Facebook timelines with your friends. I am asking you again and again because it is really important right now. We support each other and spread the message of harmony and unity. And in this month of yoga, it's really important that you get connected with our the practices, the Asian practices of yoga. So bend the left leg now. Make sure your ankle, knee are in one line. It should make a nice 90-degree angle. Then breathe in. Don't rush to get into the pose. Yes, now put your hand down. Get the maximum squeeze on the inner side of your waist. Take the other arm above your head and stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Breathe in and breathe out. So that was our Utthita Parshva Konasana. It's the Sanskrit name. Let's do once again on the first side. to get more familiar with it on the physical level. Now let's get familiar on the breath level. Inhale nicely and exhale. Like I said, breath work is equally important in the practice of yoga. Whether you are performing asanas, whether you are practicing dhyana kriya, breathing is a must. Inhale up, exhale down, take a deep breath in, spread your arms, turn your other foot and bend your leg, exhale to the second side, hold. Inhale up and exhale, relax. Come back in a comfortable manner. Now sit down. So we have done 4 standing postures for our digestive system. Now we will do sitting and postures on the spine and stomach for the digestive system. So we will move on to now Vakrasana. Fold your right leg. Always start with the right so that you know which side you are using. Right knee to the chest, spine straight. Make sure you are placing your foot next to the knee and the other leg is neutral. It should be straight. It should not fall out, fall in. It should be straight. The foot should be straight. Now raise the opposite arm. If your right knee is up, take your left arm up and stretch it. Lengthen and slowly bring it across your knee and catch hold your ankle. Once you are nicely holding your ankle, focus on the other arm. Twist and turn with it. Place it diagonally behind your back. Look over your shoulder. Make sure your both shoulders are in one line and your chin is aligned with your back shoulder. Now close your eyes. So this is Vakrasana, half spinal twist pose. This asana is a very important asana in the yogic management, in the yoga therapy of diabetes also, as it stimulates your pancreas, which aids in secretion of insulin. Now slowly return. Make your legs straight, catch your breath. Now we will do it with the second leg, as we have to achieve the balanced state of mind and body. So we must practice with both the sides equally. Now make sure knee is close to the chest and the foot is close to the other knee. Now raise opposite arm up, stretch it all the way up, cross it over the knee, do the maximum twist and look back. Place the back arm diagonally. Close your eyes and stay here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wonderful. And return. Now let's do it one more time. So catch your breath. Like I said, this is very effective asana. So make sure you practice every day. If you have menstruation going on, if you are pregnant lady, or you have any ulcers or acute case of hyperacidity, please avoid these asanas. Do it with precaution. But in general, these asanas which I am teaching you today, you should practice it every day as a precaution to aid your digestive system. Let's fold the first leg once again. Cross it over the knee, grab your foot, twist and turn, look back. I will count for you all. Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Return. Come back. Straighten up the leg. Fold the other one. Breathe in, twist and turn, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. Return. So that was the Parsvakonasana. Now slowly lean back on your sitting bone. Sit comfortably. Make your spine be a little back. Tilt by holding your legs. So we will now perform Nauka Asana. This asana will help you to reduce fat from your waistline and strengthen your core muscles, which is also really important to have a good digestive system. So open your arms and one by one extend your legs. Keep looking at the toes, big toes, and let's hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now slowly come back. So this looks very simple to do, but quite hard to hold as it requires a lot of core strength, and the balance is really important here. So your balance should be centered. It should be along your sitting bones. The weight of your body should not go back or too much forward, because that will not help you in balancing the asana for longer time. So try to be mindful when you perform it. Don't just go into the posture mechanically. Keep your breath naturally flowing through your nostril so that you are able to control your movements without being tensed or feeling strained about not performing well. Now go back and hold as much as you can. And when you come back, then come back again and start holding it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Now sit comfortably. So this year's International Day of Yoga theme is Ghar Ghar Se Yoga, Yoga's Dono, Yoga from Home. So we, on behalf of the Government of India, are taking this initiative forward and reaching out to all of you to enjoy, to learn new practices while staying at home in this pandemic year. So be more regular, spread this message, encourage everyone around you. Initially, everyone will find it quite boring or not so exciting practice. They will find it more patient and all of that. So it's now your duty, all of you who are viewing right now, who are participating in this session, encourage everyone, and let's make more and more people healthy around us. So now the very important asana which can be performed anytime in the day. Like I am always saying, perform whenever you have free time. This particular asana called Vajrasana, that is, you have to sit on your heels, your buttock should be on your heels, feet flat, knees together. So this is known as Vajrasana. Vajra means elephant. So as elephant can digest everything, whatever he eats, same way our digestive system should be strong enough to digest. So that's why this asana is really effective in the yoga practice, and the only one asana which can be performed anytime, before the meals, after the meals, even when you are having meals, sit on the ground, try to have meals in this particular asanas. Now those who have acute arthritis or vertigo, sciatica, please avoid this asana. They can modify it, like roll towel, put in between your hips and heels so that you are more comfortable, or even you can put the cushion or towel underneath as padding for the legs so that your ankles are, if they are not so flexible, doesn't hurt too much. Otherwise, I recommend everyone to start holding this particular asana as one of the everyday asana, so that you can improve your digestive system. So when you hold this asana, so now I'm holding it and I'm teaching you as well as, so I hope you all are trying to sit with me in this asana and listen to me. So when you hold this asana, what happens? Your food, whatever you are eating, usually converts into energy, or if you are not able to digest it properly on time, it will convert into fat. So by performing this particular asana, your food will not convert into fat, your digestive process will be improved and it will convert more into energy, and that's how you will not grow in size. Your weight will be maintained, your BMI, your body mass index will be maintained. So now let's move on to the next asana. For that, we will lie down on the spine. So slowly lie down on the spine. This is called Vipareet Karni Mudra. Now there are two ways. First, simply take your legs up into Ardha Halasana, and then you can put some padding under the hips for those who are total beginner and find it difficult to perform. Now the real posture is that you have to take legs all the way up, supporting your lower back, and raise it as high as you can so that you can hold your legs up. So keep holding it and hold it for like from 10 counts to 30. So do it again, hold it, support, and your elbows and your hips should be in one line, legs straight. So this is your Vipareet Karni Mudra. Your chest is diagonal to the ground, spine is diagonal, not straight. Keep holding and exhale. Take your legs back. Slowly return. Bring your legs up and relax. Catch your breath. Take a deep breath. Now, like I said, before performing this asana, you can modify each of the asana as per your convenience to get the similar impact on your body, if not the complete impact. So, those who find it challenging, they don't have enough of the arm strength, or due to other problems, put 2, 3, 5, stack up 2, 3 cushions, or you can use blocks, or you can use books, whatever you have to elevate your hips, and then take your hands as it is and legs up. So it will give the similar impact. Now let's hold the full posture once again completely together. Take up, elbows under the hips, legs straight. Vipareet Karni Mudra. And then slowly return. Come back, relax. Lie down into Shavasana. Corpse position. Take deep breaths here. Keep half a meter gap between your feet and hands, palms facing upwards. Neck can be dropped on any of the sides or keep it in the center with shoulders relaxed. Your breath should be really slow with each passing breath. Make yourself stress-free and be completely present in the moment, enjoying your breath, enjoying your health, enjoying your body, lying, resting on the mat. Now slowly join your feet. We will perform the very important and effective asana series, the Pavan Mukta Asana. The Pavan Mukta Asana in English translates to wind releasing postures. So in that, you have to once again lie down comfortably on the spine. Make your legs straight, palms facing downwards next to your hips. Then slowly bring your right knee close to the chest, keeping left leg as it is on the mat. Interlock your fingers, hold the knee and press it properly on the stomach and chest, keeping shoulders, elbows relaxed. So this is your Pavan Mukta Asana with single leg. Take a deep breath in. Now those who doesn't have cervical spondylitis, they can slowly raise head up and try to touch nose or forehead with the knee. Stay there with me. I'll count 10 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release and relax. Take a deep breath. Take your hands down next to your hips. Become comfortable, feet together. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your left knee close to the chest and stomach. Interlock your fingers around the knee. Press it properly. Now take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, raise your head, touch it with your knee. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Hands down, legs straight, loose feet. Just take 3 deep breaths. Now join your feet again. Fold both the knees together. Press them nicely on the stomach and chest. Wrap your arms around your legs over the knees. If you cannot wrap your arms, then you can simply interlock and hold the knees on the chest. Whatever is comfortable for you, keep your knees together. Let's stay there for some time. Close your eyes. Just take long deep breaths. Be comfortable. Your stomach is completely contracted. Feel the touch of your lower back. Pressure on the lower back on the mat. Shoulders should be relaxed, facial muscles relaxed. We have to release the stress whenever we are performing any of the postures. As I said, that stress is one of the major factors in the lifestyle disorders, in any of the ailments we suffer from. So we really need to focus on being present in the moment. The present moment is where the life exists. Forget about your past, forget about your future activities. Just be present, completely consumed in the activity you're performing. So right now our focus is on our stomach health, on our digestive system activity. So feel the pressure of your legs. Keep holding it nicely. Slow down your breath. Now the last practice we will do is on exhalation, take the head up, perform complete Pavan Mukta Asana. Make a compact position. If you struggle with it, you can keep your head down. No problem. Just giving your full effort and then release. Slowly get back into Shavasana. Open your legs almost half a meter apart. with the arms half a meter away from each other. Now slowly turn and come to sitting position. Now sit comfortably. Now we have reached to the end of today's session. So these were the few asanas, few postures inspired from the yoga therapy, which you must practice every day to keep your digestive system healthy. Sit in a comfortable position now. Turn your palms facing upwards into Gyan Mudra. Touch your index finger with the thumb tips. Close your eyes gently. Take long deep breaths. Now to remain stress-free, one of the main practice you can do on the emotion and mental level is to practice gratitude. In order to practice gratitude, we will chant today Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina mantra, the Sanskrit mantra, which basically means that may all be happy, may all be healthy, may no one suffer, may all of us see what is auspicious for us in our lives. So let us practice chanting this mantra together in order to be grateful for the life we have, for all the health and happiness and all the lovely people around us, all the lovely environment. So with this feeling, join your palms, close your eyes. If you cannot chant, just listen to it carefully. Put a gentle smile on your face. Inhale. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। शांति शांति शांति।